Lunchbox's side quest, keeping you up to date on all things gaming. And today, part of the E3 discussion, this is all Nintendo. I am Alex, and I am joined by Michelle.
Hello.
And let's get right to it. Latest fighter dropped. The announcement, it's going to be Kazuya from Tekken. And I'm somewhat familiar with the Tekken series. Kazuya is like the one guy with like kind of like the Ryu moves with like the spin kicks and the dragon punches and stuff. Turns into a blue demon. So the video show, it starts off with Ganon being dragged to the edge of a cliff and just being tossed right off by, this is in England, so tossed off doesn't mean the same thing, but being thrown off the cliff, the side of the cliff by Kazuya. And yeah, it was very impressive. It even ended on a light note where he throws Kirby and doesn't notice Kirby just floating away in true Kirby style. You gotta love Kirby. That's why I made him. But
same.
Of course. But yeah, Kazuya's cool. He's not like, it's not someone like, I'm not gonna rage about Kazuya. It's all right. What did you think?
Yeah, I've never played Tekken, so I'm just like, that's cool. But I mean, I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. Continued support for an existing game, I'm here for it. Give me more characters for Smash forever. I'll keep playing Smash forever. No problem. I'm happy with it. So it's always good. And it was, the Kirby thing was so cute. I love that.
I love Kirby. That's why I love Kirby. He's indestructible. Canonically, the most powerful member on the roster. Canonically, but
no.
Oh, that's Kirby. Now let's move on to Life is Strange, an announcement of 2 games, remastered edition and brand new True Colors. What did you think, Michelle? I think you're more familiar than I am.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Life is Strange. I've only played the first one, but I played it through multiple times. I think it is such a spectacular, I don't like the word game, like, yes, it's a game, but in this case, it is like a beautiful story that you get to like participate in, which sounds so artsy fartsy and weird. But when you play it, like you'll fully understand it's a spectacular story with some gameplay elements that are really interesting, but like, story. So anytime it's like remastered or put new places and more people get to enjoy it, like that honestly makes me so happy, because I think this is a game that literally every single person should try to experience. It's so cool. So I'm hype. It being remastered in general excites me because I love to just purchase and play remastered. It's an excuse to play the game again. So I'm 100% going to play it again. And I actually, because it is coming to other consoles in the remaster, I actually think I might play it on my Switch. I typically like have my Switch for Switch exclusive games and play everything else on my Xbox or on a PlayStation. But in this case, I actually think this could be a really, like, because the gameplay isn't the most involved, I think it will transition really well onto the Switch console. So I think I'm going to play it in that form. I'm definitely playing it most likely on Switch. And then whatever the secondary game is, the art style is a little bit different, and like I'm excited. I don't know what it is, and I'm really excited. And from what I can tell, this is only for the Switch, like this secondary game. And so I'm 100% going to play it because Life is Strange World and just it. Yes, please. That's a big old yes from me.
I mean, yeah, it's piqued my interest. I'll be looking out for it. The remastered edition at least, because I've heard quite a few good things about it. And now let's talk about a game that we talked about in our previous E3 coverage, and that is Guardians of the Galaxy by Square Enix. It seems to have retained the humor that the movies are known for. It's got a llama. There's a llama in there somewhere. I don't know how. It's Space Llama. But yeah, looking cool. I'm a little lukewarm on the idea that Square Enix is making it. Sorry, Square Enix guys, but like you lost a lot of faith with me for the Avengers and just other things Final Fantasy related. But I mean, it looks good. It looks good. I might actually get this one. Michelle, how about you?
Yeah, it looks fun. I'm gonna just plug. Here's our other video that we did talking about all of the E3 coverage. So this is obviously Nintendo specific, but in that other video, we talked about the fact that we had seen the Guardians of the Galaxy gameplay. The Nintendo one, the way they presented this one is much better, in my opinion. This way they present it was more fun, a little bit more, Germ's word, whimsy. And this had me excited for the game as opposed to the other one that we saw with, I think it was Xbox that we saw it with, or Square Enix, whatever. Whoever presented it didn't land as well as it did in the Nintendo for me. So I'm excited. But this is a me problem, I think, but maybe other people have this problem. My issue is when games are available on multiple platforms, I never know where to get the game. Like, do I want it on my Switch? Do I want it on my Xbox? This is one of those games that I don't know where I want it yet. So jury's still out on that for me, if I think it's one I want on my Switch or one I want on my Xbox. So yeah, but either way, I think I'm gonna get it. It looks fun. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's funny for me. Generally, if I could play it handheld, I'll go with the Switch. That's a me thing, because it's like, well, I don't have a TV in my room, so like if I just want to kick back in bed and play handheld, it's like I'll just carry on playing.
I think I'm the opposite problem. My room is half TV. Like I got a decent sized TV and I got a little chair set up. So for me, it's like if I can play it on a big screen with the headphones and the whole environment, I will do it that way. Handheld is only for games I literally think I want to take on the go with me. That's it. So yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Now let's move on to the weirdest game of the day, and that is Worms Rumble. And Worms Rumble looks kind of like, I don't know, like Fall Guys sort of game where it's just like a bunch of chaos and you're a worm and you gotta do worm stuff to win like battle royals and challenges. And I mean, like if this game is under $10, then they've marketed it perfectly and like they've done a good job on this one, because yeah, I'll be picking that one up.
Yeah.
How about you?
I love the Worms games. I buy literally every single one of them. They're just like this really fun, really easy game. It's, for me, I mean, not right now, but it's my like friends are coming over, we want to play a game type of game when I'm playing with friends who don't play games. Like they're like, I want to play a video game, but like I don't, they don't know how to play an actual, like not an actual game, but like something a little bit more, I don't know, intense, less user friendly, I guess would be the word. But still high stakes. The Worms games are perfect for that. So those are always the ones I make sure I have the newest one, specifically for that reason of someone's coming over and we're going to play a silly game together. It's always Worms for me. So I'm definitely going to get this game.
Another good game that like for multiplayer experience is like Super Monkey Ball. And with the 20th anniversary, they just announced the Super Monkey Ball collection called Banana Mania. And this is, dear Lord, a lot of monkeys and yeah, a lot of craziness. How do you like that?
I like it. I mean, Super Monkey Ball has a special place in my heart. I played some of the older, like I don't even know what console I would have played them on. I just, as a child, I remember playing Super Monkey Ball as a young person. So I always like it. My sister and I used to play it together, and she doesn't play games literally at all now, but that was like our growing up game. So it's fun. I don't know if I'd specifically get this one, just because I don't know if I would play it, because she probably won't play with me. So, and I don't know if I'd play it by myself. So yeah. I'm happy it exists, but I don't know if I'll get it.
Fair enough. And yet another multiplayer Switch exclusive, Mario Party Superstars. And that was coming out October 29th. It's got some of the maps from N64 and other previous games. It looks chaotic, looks like your typical Mario Party. You have to be a fan. Everyone's a fan of the Mario Party games. Yeah. So is this one you'll pick up?
Yes, 100%. 100%. I mean, I was literally playing Mario Party 2 weekends ago at the cottage with all my sisters. That's the one that like the four of us were playing in. Like it's the one that we play more as a family when we're doing family gaming. All except my one sister who didn't play Super Monkey Ball with me. The rest of my sisters are all gamers. Like they play a lot of games. And this is the only one we can convince everyone to sit down and play together. So we're gonna, as a family, most likely get it. And for this one, for the Nintendo Direct, they did 40 minutes of like reveal and actual like trailers and stuff. But then the rest of the time, they actually showed gameplay of certain games. This is one of the ones they showed the gameplay of. I don't know if you watched this part. They showed the like redone Peach's birthday cake map.
Mhm.
It's beautiful. I mean,
Wow.
it's still a super, like, it's still a Mario Party game, but the cake looks so good. The lady fingers on the outside of the cake, I've never seen better looking powdered sugar in my entire life. It looked delicious. It looks so good. So I'm definitely gonna pick this up. I feel like I can't have, like, there's certain titles that come out from Nintendo that if I own a Nintendo console, I have to buy those titles. Like Smash, Mario Party, Mario Kart, Pokemon for me.
Yeah.
Those are the four. If it comes out, I'm gonna get it. I don't care. Like, I need it.
And you know what? I have a property that I feel the exact same way about, and that is the Metroid franchise. I love Metroid for many years, and I'm like, when this direct was announced, I was hoping for some sort of Metroid Prime for you know, some sort of release or video or anything, but instead we got Metroid Dread, which is the first original 2D side scroller Metroid game in 20 years, in almost 20 years. It's like
Yeah,
19,
19. I think it was 19 years.
19
Yeah.
years, yeah. And yeah, I'm all sorts of excited because like I just love Metroidvania games. I go on the eShop and just pick up any Metroidvania games that they have there. There's a lot of good ones on for the Switch, but since like Metroidvania spawned out of the Metroid franchise, it has like a place in my heart, and I can't wait to buy it. How did you feel about this trailer?
This style of game has never been one that I've actually been interested in. I've never played Metroid at all. The trailer didn't really, like, when they kind of talked about it, I was like, yeah, I don't really care. But when they started doing gameplay, that was the first game they showed gameplay of, and they showed a good chunk of it. And I actually like was fascinated watching it. I stayed and watched it, and then that's not something I ever, like, I wouldn't have been like, oh yeah, let me go find this to watch. It just was playing, and I was like, no, this actually looks really good. I really liked, like, it still has the 2D side scroller, like that whole kind of vibe to it, but then it has the cutscenes with the little robot guy, the weird robot monster that's chasing you through it, and that, to me, like, that really pulled me in. It had me really interested. So depending on what else I'm doing when this game launches, or maybe down the road, I think I actually might pick this up when I'm looking to kind of just, again, like, expand my gaming horizons, try something new. I think this could be the game for me to try.
And you will not regret it.
You say that now. What if it, like, sucks? I'm sure it won't.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, like you could tell when they'll suck and stuff, but no, not this one. Because like just a few years ago, they remade Return of Samus, I think it's called. Yeah, Metroid Samus's Return, something like that. And it was for the 3DS, and that was a great game. And this looks like to be by the same developers, so it's gonna be good. That's my prediction. Just hold on, I'll let you know whether it's good or not.
You keep me posted if I should get it.
I will.
If I get it, I promise to post a video of me playing it on our YouTube for everyone to witness me fail.
So another franchise that a lot of people were hoping to hear something about. I don't know why. I don't hate these games, these series of games, but it's WarioWare. And I played like a few of the WarioWare games for handheld, never for a big console, but yeah, WarioWare. Oh my God, where to begin? It's got the whimsy, as Jerome puts it. It's got a lot of the classic whimsy. Looks like it's full of just crazy stuff that like WarioWare is known for. Have you played any of the WarioWare games?
Nope.
No. Okay, so
Nope.
you don't know what's going on. Okay.
No, I was like, this looks crazy. I don't understand.
So the game is basically just a series of like 5-second mini games that you have to like accomplish a task within that time, right? So it's mayhem. The game is complete mayhem. It's easy enough for anyone to play. But yeah, that's I'm gonna keep an eye out for that one. It's WarioWare. Get it together, and it's coming out September 10th. And right after WarioWare, they showed a clip of Shin Megami Tensei 5 coming out in November. I'm unfamiliar with any of the games. It looked good. It looked pretty interesting. That like the RPG game that you can you, you can convince enemies to join your party, whether they're demons or what have you. So yeah, it looked neat. It got my interest. I don't know if like a full price game I would pay that for this one, but what about you? You gonna take a chance?
I actually think I might. This is not, again, not my style. Like 2021 is the year I'm going to try new games apparently. But I was watching and the idea of being able to convince like the guys to join your team and like combine them and all, there was just all of these extra little steps in the game that really, like, I was so interested because they're like doing the whole trailer, they're showing the gameplay, they're talking about it. I'm like, no, this is so cool, I kind of want this. And then they reveal what game it was and I'm like, oh, number 5 of this game. I've never played the other ones, but I didn't feel necessarily off put by that. I think you have a valid point. Like, I'm unsure of spending the full price point on it. But I use and abuse the EB Games membership system because you can buy a game, play it for 7 days, and then bring it back and get all your money towards a different game. So I strategically, yeah. So here I am, just like, I hate EB Games, but it's the one thing they do that's actually like kind of cool. So when I know there's a game coming out that I really want, I know I'm gonna buy it. I know I want it for sure. About a week before, I'll buy something else I want to try, and then play that, and then bring it back. So I literally did that with Pokemon Snap most recently. I bought it, had it for a week, brought it back to get my Mass Effect, or yeah, I think it was Mass Effect that I got it for because I know I'm gonna keep my Mass Effect. So I get all the money. Like, that was a full price, like a full price Pokemon Snap. Like, that shouldn't have been full price. It was like $90 towards my Mass Effect. So I might do something kind of strategic with this game to see if I like it. And then if I decide I like it, I'll literally just keep it for that price point. But if I'm like, no, I don't think I like it for this money, then I'll just take it back. So I might do that with it.
There you have it, folks. Tips on how to game the system right there.
I mean, they encourage you to do it. That's why you buy the membership. Like, it's called,
no way.
It's called they have a card called the Platinum Edge card. It's like $14 to buy this card. You get it for a year, and it has a 7-day gameplay guarantee or whatever. So you buy a game for 7 days, you play it, you bring it back towards something else. The only thing is you can't keep like repeatedly doing that. So like, I took my Pokemon back, got Mass Effect. I wouldn't be able to bring Mass Effect back. Like, I got to keep that. But if you know anyways, there's ways to do it that are.
Can it only be new games?
No, it can be any game. So you can buy a used game, an old game, literally any game. You keep it for a week, and then if you don't want it, you bring it back and you put your money towards something else. And you can put the money towards like a controller, like a whatever, like a buy a plushie with that money. It doesn't matter. You just get your money towards another product. So.
Oh man, I feel like wow. Oh, wow. Wow.
You just blew my mind right there. Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah. It's worth it if you want to play many games but don't want to keep many games, which is me.
This is like in the 90s. There was a Columbia House scam. This is like an EB game scam. All right, I got you. Let's move on to another one. Danganronpa. I think I'm pronouncing that one right. So they announced, this one's interesting. They announced a 4-game collection called Decadence, but they're putting all 4 games individually out on the eShop if you just want to try 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever you want to do. I think I'm going to try the first one because, you know, if you hit 4 games, that means it's got to be pretty good franchise. So I'll try one of them. How about you? What do you think?
I don't know if I will play these ones. I think the Shin Megami game is going to be my one risky game for the time from Nintendo. But I think, and this is why I wanted us to talk about this game, I think it's really interesting that they're doing a different physical versus digital approach. So physically, you get the 4 games in the collection called Decadence. Like, you can't just get one, you get all physical 4. And then digitally, you can buy them individually. And I just think it's really interesting, like, that difference, that if you're a physical game collector, like, you can't buy them individually, you can only buy the whole thing. Like, I just think it's interesting when there's a difference between the physical and the digital versions. So I'm interested to see kind of what that means for people, if like people are going to buy all of them digitally or just get the physical one to have them all. Is it a better value? I don't understand like the why behind it. I just think it's really interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's take some time to trash something because I'm about to. And that is Advanced Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. They're rebooting it December 3rd. It comes out. And they drastically altered the art style because I remember these games coming out for Game Boy Advance, and they look really sharp. They had like a really nice cartoony kind of art style, but like now it's just sort of like by the numbers graphics, like it doesn't stand out. It has no style. It's just the blandest art style you can find. Am I alone in thinking that for this game?
I mean, I can't necessarily agree or disagree because I don't remember. didn't stick out to me as anything, so I don't even remember
Fair.
this one.
That's fair. No, that's absolutely fair. You know, it's like the main world map. It reminded me of like one of the board games that you can buy digitally, like Monopoly or something. Just well, not even. It didn't even have that much personality. Monopoly has a lot more personality. I have it for the Switch, and like you land on each square, and there's something that happens. But like this game, it's just really. I'm surprised Nintendo would allow that to happen. Okay, before we get to the Zelda ending, I'm just going to touch on just the list of games that the Direct also announced. Astria Ascending coming out September 30th. Just Dance 2022, I should say, coming out this fall. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, for all the Dragon Ball Z fans out there, coming out soon. Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, July 9th. Doom Eternal DLC, you know, if you bought Doom Eternal on the Switch, you get the DLC pretty soon. And Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 from way back when. I assume it's remastered. I don't know if it's remastered. It might have been the OG graphics because it looked kind of PlayStation-y to me.
Yeah, it didn't look super sharp, so I'm actually not confident either.
Interesting. Okay, let's talk about why we're here, why we're actually here. So I mean, it wasn't really three. Yeah, it was 4 announcements. It was like 3.5 announcements. The half being Skyward Sword coming out next month. We all know. Okay, put that aside. The other one for the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity owners, the expansion pass coming out next month, or it might be later this month, but they showed like a new character you can play as a guardian. Craziness. There's a guardian weapon for Link. Zelda's on a motorcycle, and there's not much more than that. Yeah. I mean, it was neat. Do you have the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity? No.
No, I do not.
That's fine. It was a pretty good game. It's a fun game. Just like a beat 'em up, button masher. It was all right. That one's called The Pulse of the Ancients, and that's coming out June 18th, actually. Just a couple weeks. No, in 3 days.
It's like a week. What? Yeah. What day is it? What year is it?
What? No.
Yeah, literally. By the time this video's out, video's out, it's probably out.
Yeah, I think so. Just a few days. Okay. So this one's got me reeling, and it's footage from Breath of the Wild 2. They announced 2022 coming out, and they showed a bunch of footage. New game mechanics for Link. There's like sky cities. It's kind of like Skyward Sword in a sense. And but Link can phase through floors. They're like Talus, the giant rocks that have like a camp of Boko goblins on their backs. It's just so much craziness. Michelle, how'd you feel about this one?
I'm excited. I really, really liked Breath of the Wild. I've played Legend of Zelda games. They've never been like a big deal for me. Breath of the Wild, I adored it. I love it. I think it's beautiful and amazing. And this one has me so excited. Just seeing like, you know, it's a familiar game, like it's Breath of the Wild, but seeing like the things that are different, particularly the phasing through the floors. There's the one clip of him phasing through the floor up to like one of the sky platforms. I'm so excited to see that. Like, actually, like, is that a gameplay mechanic? Is that a cutscene? Like, what is that? Give me like, what is it? I'm really, really curious to see how that kind of all plays into it. I'm so excited. I'm disappointed because it's so long from now. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll show you more eventually. I'm like, but give it to me now. Show me more. Like, why is it not this year? But I'm really excited for sure.
I mean, I guess they're using the same world because like everything is just maybe it's like partly on the ground and then a bunch like parts of the world are just up in the air. I'm not sure about that, but sure. Hey, make Link fly. That's cool.
Why not?
Yeah, I know. It used to be you just grab a chicken and jump off a tall mountain, and that's it. That's how you flew. But
those
yeah,
are the good old days.
I'm all for it. Yeah, but I'm all for this. I love it. Breath of the Wild 2 coming out 2022. And the last piece of Zelda news is I think the 30th anniversary and getting a Game and Watch Zelda edition. And it includes Zelda 1, Legend of Zelda, Adventures of Link 2, and both of those for NES. And the third one is Link's Awakening for the Game Boy. Have all 3 games in one, plus like a little Game and Watch Link where you like stomp rats, which is really funny because it has Link's face on it.
Yeah, like vermin mushers. I don't know what it's called, something like that.
Yeah,
vermin smasher? I don't know.
Something like that, yeah. So it looks so cool. My local Walmart has a Super Mario one. It only has Super Mario Brothers 1 though, so it's like I don't know. But this one, I think I'm gonna pick up like 3 fun games. Yeah. How about you?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm a sucker for these types of things. Like I have the little SNES and the little NES that they did like a few years back. I have those and I love them. They're so fun because I didn't play those things when they existed for real. I was too young or whatever. I'm a girl, so my parents didn't buy me games, whatever excuse you want to have. So being able to kind of enjoy things like older things in newer ways without fully remastering them, but making it feel like kind of fun and fresh. Like I'm so on board for that. The second I saw this, I was like, I need it so bad. I need it for my weird little Nintendo collection of little thingies, and I want to play them like in that tiny format. Oh my god, I want it so bad. Like I'm excited for Breath of the Wild too, like don't get me wrong, but there's something about this like had me smiling, had me being like, wait, I need it. It looks so cool. It looks so fun. And I love that the watch aspect of it, like the little clocks were like little playable things too. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, it's so, they thought of everything. It looks so good. I'm really excited. I know it's gonna be damn near impossible to get probably, but if I can get my hands on it, I will.
You know what? I wouldn't be so sure because like I said, that Super Mario Brothers 1, like that one's kind of like a limited run, and my local Walmart has like 5 of them, and they're just sitting there. So you might be in luck.
I mean, I'm still traumatized from trying to get like the little SNES and NES because
my god, I know. I remember that. I actually lined up at like I think it was 6:30, something like that in the morning, just before work. Like I worked at like 9 or something, and I was like, screw it, I'm gonna be at Walmart, and I got the Super Nintendo mini console. Yeah.
That was back when I worked at EB, and I remember I didn't work that day, so I lined up at my own damn workplace to get it. Oh, sucked because we don't get advantage by working.
No hookup.
That's not it. No, God, no. Oh. Not for stuff like that. Like if you buy it as a staff member, like you get pooped on. Like people will be so mad, so you have to line up like a real customer in order to actually get it. So I did, and then I worked a shift later that day.
And that's why we're gonna screw them over by buying games and returning them within 7 days.
Exactly.
Yes. So what did you, I think you already covered. What was your standout of the Nintendo Wii 3?
Yeah, Game & Watch.
Game & Watch,
100%. 100%. Like no comparison for me. 100% Game & Watch. Yep.
That was pretty cool.
It's so cool.
As a Metroid fan, I'm gonna say Metroid Dread. It was really cool to just see another game that I'm gonna definitely play like on release day, just like a chill game, just kick back and play. Breath of the Wild 2, obviously, and the Game & Watch. Yeah, yeah.
They're just, this is a little shout out to my amiibo collectors out there. Amiibo pack for Metroid Dread that has Samus, and then the little like alien
Robot.
or the little robot dog
Thing, yeah.
thingy. There's a two-pack amiibo. So
you know, it's funny when they first showed that robot thing. I thought it was like, what is this gonna be, like a Metroid Portal crossover? Like, what's happening here?
yeah,
So,
it
yeah,
has GLaDOS vibes for sure.
Yes, Aperture Science. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. This is the E3 coverage, Nintendo side of things. I'm Alex. I've been joined by Michelle, and we will see you on the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.